do have a leader player, actually.
Yep, Moxie, who is as you said, leader player, but a mid-range player. Bricktops North America, liking the color scheme, just a solid crap brown.
Yeah, and he's very well known by almost everyone. So definitely, he's definitely an active member in community, and not one of those people who has used to play and then stopped playing recently. So we're gonna see if he can make short work of the enemies and see what he can really do here.
Yeah, and I'm seeing calls out for Sir Ivio, excuse me, in chat. Well, maybe that will be the next pick for pick number 68, the Atomic Avengers. 60 seconds on the clock. Who's going to come up next?
Yep, so it is their 12th pick, and right away, they've already picked someone.
Yep, right away indeed. Now, SK_LLZ, don't know if that's supposed to be skills or skulls or scals. But he is a support mid-range character. Fan of the Bricktops out of North America.
Yeah, definitely. So hopefully, again, he can help out a little bit, help his team, and do something, But we're just gonna keep trucking along here, moving on to the 12th pick and the 69th pick for Blazing Barbarians.
Yeah, pick number 69. Maybe this will be where we finally see Devonton get picked out. I know that I keep seeing every single time I look in chat, I see Devonton popping up. But I'm not seeing him behind this smoke. Instead, I am seeing Crypto Fusion, who is a support character, long-range character, long-range player, fan of the Bricktops out of North America, and he says he will never run with scissors. I would say that you can run with scissors so long as they're pointed not at yourself.
Well, I mean, that's good advice, though, because if he tripped and fell in the scissors, then he wouldn't be here today, But he's a relatively unknown player, so hopefully, again, he can come out here and show that he's worth something. And he's a team player with solid aim, so definitely going to help out. Not just one of those players who's either good at aiming or good at being a team player, but both. So yeah, the reason he probably got picked so late is because of the unknown factor. But we're moving on now with the 12th pick for MM, and we're going to see what they can do.
Yep, Mighty Marauders waiting on their next pick. We've 10 seconds into their pick now, and as was mentioned earlier, we're not getting so many of these instant picks.
If you look at chat, they're really hoping for Crevio to get picked, but that's not going to happen here.
No, instead they get Poner195 is the next pick, a defensive mid-range player. What in God's name are you wearing on your head, dude?
I was thinking with a stomach more so, but he looks like an awesome person who's definitely going to help cheer up his team a little bit, He can carry his own weight on the field, but he's a solid team player. So definitely that outfit is going to help him out. It's going to make him blend in and not stand out at all. And
blend in. Yeah, that's exactly, precisely what he's going to say.
So hopefully that's going to help him out a little bit.
All right, let's move into pick 71 for the Kinetic Knights. Oh, I don't know that we're going to get any more outfits quite as outrageous, but
Unforgivable Sins has been picked.
And he was the coach for the Iron Inquisitors last season. He is a leader player, a mid-range player, of course, fan of the Bricktops in North America.
So, like, half the other players we've seen.
Indeed. But, again, a former coach, so it's a little bit surprising that he got picked so late in the game as a former coach, but we'll see how that plays out for the team overall. Moving on to his former team, the Iron Inquisitors, and pick number 72.
You'd think that they would have picked him, though, wouldn't they? I don't know.
Oh, wow. And real fast, IHab, a defensive mid-range player, almost insta-picked for the Iron Inquisitors. Again,
his quote is hashtag we will win. So let's get some of that in chat. Hashtag we will win for the Iron Inquisitors.
And we will see how successful they are at that. And again, Altair still considered the most competent based on that straw poll earlier.
Yeah, so hopefully that that's gonna be accurate. You know, that little hashtag they got there. But moving on, it's gonna be pick 13. It's gonna be the last round here. So let's hopefully they can get some last minute good players that can help them through. And we got Colossal going in for their pick now.
It's 60 seconds on the clock. For these now, is this the last round or the second to last round? Second to last round. Okay.
Chat's looking a little bit salty about that pick last round, but either way, we've got to pick now a defensive player or offensive. I'm sorry.
Offensive with Cryptonox, an offensive player who is called the Beast, a mid-range Bricktops North American player.
Yeah, so not much more to say about him, but again, you know, hopefully he can help out and make something happen for his team. But now we're moving on to the 13th pick. It's going to be pick 74, and it's the Atomic Avengers. So let's see what they can do.
Yep, and this is Woody Sight's team. Second favorite coach, second from the bottom, most competent, voted by y'all's votes on that straw poll. And he has picked Body Ripped.
That's an awesome name and an awesome hat he's got there too.
Yeah, I can see the hat through the smoke before I can see the rest of his body. An offensive player, close quarters player. Of course, Bricktops and North American.
Yeah, so we got another close quarters. So like we said, they're going to start picking close quarters now, but hopefully he can help out his team, get some damage in the front lines and, you know, make some work. But now we're moving on. Blazing Barbarians, their 13th pick, and let's see what they can get.
Indeed, and this is the second to last pick for the team. So these guys are really scrubbing through those through those rosters for who is still available in the draft.
Yep, but now they figured it out. They picked a support. They picked a support player.
Yep, and this is Higgins Family Best. Says if I was any laggier, you confused it with the settings. So I don't know if he's trying to make a joke or if his PC just desperately needs an upgrade. Fan of the pit grounds, and he's out of Europe, so that might explain the lag a little bit.
Yep, so he's living in Ireland currently. He's good at long range and plays support, and he's got a defensive mindset, so that looks like that can help out their team quite a bit, as we don't see a lot of defensive support players. We see a few, but not a huge amount, so hopefully it's something a bit different, you know.
Hopefully, and moving on to pick number 76 for the Mighty Marauders. 60 seconds on the clock as we move into our second to last pick for this team.
Yep, so timer's coming down right now. We're going to see what they can do.
We are still seeing shout-outs within the chat for Davinton. Eve Romo is a new one I'm seeing in chat, and Cerivio. None of whom have gotten picked at this point, but Perilous Danger has.
All right, so he's a support player and a mid-range support player. So there you go.
Yep, fan of the pit grounds. Again, Perilous Danger. Fan of the pit grounds versus Bricktop. So again, liking that variety. And yeah,
North American to stand out a little bit here, it looks like. So, you know, picking pit grounds will make us think more highly of you and definitely want to talk about you more. So we'll see what he can do here.
Indeed, doing something to stand out from the crowd as far as we're concerned is going to get you a little bit more of our vocal time. But anyway, moving on to pick 77 for the Kinetic Knights.
All right, so round 13, we're going to see what they want to take here. Again, it's coming down to the end here, and they're probably just looking for someone to fill gap. And there we have it.
Yep, that would be 5/5, an offensive player. and a mid-range player, another European player. So we're seeing more Europeans pop up in these later picks than were in the earlier picks.
Yeah, and five Fists is actually one of the people who he was one of the sponsors of this tournament. So he's given us a good amount of the prize pool. So definitely an awesome guy, and I'm glad he got picked. And hopefully he can make something work while also supporting the tournament. So shout out to you and good luck, man. Congrats, you got picked.
Yeah, good luck indeed. As we move on to our final pick for round 13 for the Iron Inquisitors, pick number 78. Waiting for that clock to hit 60 seconds for them.
There you go. So
There
1
we
minute
go.
for Iron Inquisitors to get their pick. And we're going to see what they can do.
This again. Oh, there it is. Sofa poppin'. Not
Wow.
to be confused with soda poppin'.
I was so excited for a little bit there.
A support character and a close quarters character out of Europe. So a little bit of difference there. Again, more European folk being picked in these later rounds.
So yeah, not soda poppin', but you know, still pretty close. And so, you know what? Let's see if he can help out his team and do something.
Yep. And no joke, this time it's the last round for all of our guys. So they're going to pick their last players for their teams. Pick number 79, Colossal Crusaders. Now, do you think they're going to go with a support, offense, or defensive character for their last pick?
I'm thinking more of an offense, close quarters. I just feel like that's what's gonna happen because I know they pick some supports and stuff at the beginning, but I'm really not sure, honestly. So we're just gonna wait and see, you know.
Yeah, and I agree, and I'm gonna wholly agree with you actually that they're gonna go with more of the close quarters and offensive individuals since those support came early on.
Yeah. But
40 seconds.
People in chat, let us know as we're at 40 seconds right now. So let us know, what do you guys think they're gonna pick? Who do you think they're gonna pick? And we're gonna see what's going on here. 30 seconds remaining on the
I
timer.
can tell you that they want Dovinton to be picked so bad.
They do, but that's not gonna happen.
Nope. Instead, it's UAV is online and seen popped up in chat a couple of times. This is a playmaker player, mid-range player, North American, and of course fan of the Breaktops.
Yep. So he did coach MM in season 1, but he was, again, like a lot of these players, one inactive and now has come back for season 2. So we're gonna see what he can do and if he can make an amazing comeback. But I'm really not sure. You know, we just have to see him play and see what he can make happen. So what do you think of all these players who are coming back for season 2? Do you think they can do something or not?
Well, I mean, everybody loves a comeback story. That's across the board, any competitive thing whatsoever. So I'm sure it would be great for these guys who took a break when they come back to do awesome things. But let's go ahead and move into pick number 80 for the Atomic Avengers. 60 seconds on that clock, and I'm wondering if this will be another one of those individual, another player that has taken a break and is now going to try for their comeback season.
Yeah. And if you notice, what's happening now is that the teams are actually taking a lot longer to choose who they want. Previously, it was pretty quick, but oh, never mind. That one's still pretty quick.
Nope, this is Corporation Zero FX, a support player who is as supportive as possible. Maybe he can offer you a shoulder to cry on after you were mocked earlier.
He's actually known as one of the oldest veterans of RCL. He used to be considered top 10, but recently, again, his activity has been declining. So we're going to see what he can do.
Yeah, and, you know, coming back. Again, that whole comeback story, everybody loves it. So let's move on to pick number 81, which is for the Blazing Barbarians.
And so for the chat, definitely let us know, do you guys think a lot of these people can come back and help out their team, or what do you think is going to happen?
And we do have a pick. That would be Unceps, an offensive player, close quarters player. So we're more or less correct in these last